Nigerian prince scammer was 67-year-old white man.
Nigerian Jollof or Ghana Jollof?
Anything Niger. It's gonna be better. It's Niger.
Hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel.
Nigerian prince scammer was 67-year-old white man. NBC, you didn't put that in there. From Louisiana. Police say. This is the face of the Michael New of Slidell, Louisiana. He is facing 269 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of money laundering. This is the guy that was sending you the emails that said the following: I'm a Nigerian prince, and if you just pay the taxes on my $200 million inheritance, I'll give you a fourth of it.
For scamming people out of thousands of dollars, sort of. Slidell's financial crimes investigators arrested 67-year-old Michael New for 269 counts of wire fraud and money laundering.
Guys, you know what's even crazier is the fact that before we come back to this man, to this white man, what's funnier is that there are still a bunch of people, other Africans, who like are outside the continent in diaspora, who claim Nigerian when they commit crimes and they are caught. You know, it's better to just still rub it off on the country that the propaganda is against already, rather than say where we are actually from. But most of the time, they are not ready for that conversation. People from those other countries are not ready for that conversation because they are too busy forming earlier than thou, right? Like, no, it is your people, please don't come for us. Really? Really? Some of your countries are like less than 1/10 of Nigeria's population, and yet some of you be ranking second, third. You're ranking top 5 for countries with the highest rate of internet scams, despite the fact that some of you have populations of less than 50 million. So that means that if your population was as big as Nigeria's, you'll be ranking even higher than India on the fraud or internet scam index, and some of you will still be forming earlier than that. We are not ready for that conversation. Anyways, let's talk about this man. I don't even have much to say. Do I have much to say about this? This is just telling you your enemy might just be your neighbor that looks like you and is not a Nigerian. It might not even be an African from what you're clearly seeing here. So don't get too comfortable because, oh, he's a white man, my neighbor is white, so of course it can't be a scammer. Remember that the white people were the OG thieves in the first place that left their own continent all the way and relocated to another place just to exploit and steal. So I don't know why. So basically, it's not safe out there no matter that color, sis. And please don't come for Nigerians that way. Thank you. Too many Nigerians are legitimately hardworking people. They are the most resilient people you'll ever find. A good example is this man. Let's talk about him.
Even in the winter, Nigerian-born Toyoin IJ is blazing trails.
I bet you they don't have snow in Nigeria, though.
No. He's a big part of a tiny fraternity in Canada.
There's not a lot of black farmers in Canada.
0.2%.
He is 100% committed to not just farming, but providing affordable, culturally preferred food.
So this is?
Cassava.
For Canada's Black, African, and Caribbean communities.
90% of the food that most Africans eat here in Canada still come from our country of origin. We are creating a new agricultural economy in Canada.
He started pre-pandemic.
This pepper with our heirloom tomatoes.
But now with food insecurity concerns on the rise,
it's mind-boggling.
The founder of the Canadian Black Farmers Association is expanding.
This is our new commercial greenhouse.
Erecting a new greenhouse at his farm. The dirty little secret behind his operation, the soil.
So essentially you have created the soil that you find in Nigeria here in Mission.
Yeah, in Mission. That's the magic.
Magic, of course, includes manure, goat manure, and Tioyan has lots in supply.
The manure, very, very good for what we are doing.
The proof is in the kitchen. He's making hay out of his surroundings, educating and offering hands-on training for others on how to get their start in the agricultural industry in Canada.
Seeing is believing. If I can sacrifice whatever I can to be able to show the people that this is viable.
He's a harvesting hero for BC's Black community. He's also started an African foods food bank in Surrey. Tioyan is a shining example of self-sufficiency during these uncertain times.
Let's grow this. Let's work together. Black food alone can bring so much economy to Canada. and the Canadian black people, African, Caribbean, they can have a very powerful, sustainable economy and will benefit everybody.
In Mission, Jason Pires, Global News.
You guys know that I've covered just too much of Nigerians and how they just keep overperforming and being overachievers in Nigeria and all over the world, whether it's in medicine, engineering, education, in entertainment, fashion, culture. It's just been awesome. You guys know that I have covered so much already, so I'm not going to go into that today. I just decided to just throw in this example of somebody doing amazing in a field that's very, very few black people are able to excel in one of the coldest countries in the world. If that does not tell you the resilient spirit of Nigerians, I don't know what does. But of course, the bad belles among you will still be looking for the few bad apples and use it down to generalize rather than. So I leave you guys. Next.
I know you know there's a debate. Nigerian Jollof or Ghana Jollof.
Don't bring me into this.
Okay.
Don't bring me into this. But of course, anything Niger is going to be better. It's Niger.
Yes.
That is the truth. I have this film coming out May 2nd from Marcy,
Yes.
which is called Shadow Force.
Yes.
So excited. But the debates that Omar and my husband have about Senegalese Jollof or Nigerian Jollof.
Because they say you started in Senegal.
They do say that. Ask Namdi, he doesn't believe it. So this is an ongoing debate.
Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much.
A reminder that something came from somewhere does not mean that it will be the best. Do you understand me, guys? Repeat after me. That something came from somewhere does not mean that it will be the best. Okay? It's not about where it came from. It's about who has mastered the craft. It's about who can now do it the best and deliver the best. So let's assume that we even accept that it came from Senegal, right? The jollof rice, that it came from Senegal. Are you delivering? Now, that's the point. Is the jollof rice jollofing on the world stage when it comes to the contest? Listen, guys, if not for Nigeria, like this jollof rice that we are even now talking about, that you guys are now coming and now, flexing muscle, historical muscle, would the world have even known? Would this food have even become such a national, popular dish, if not for Nigeria and Nigerians? Like, let's be honest here. If it was up to Senegal, would this rice have, become as famous as it is today? Absolutely not. You guys know this. We know this. The world knows this. That is the first thing. That's where we even have to start from. The notoriety of this jollof rice today is thanks to Nigerians. Let's start from there. But most importantly, that food came from somewhere. Please let it rest. So when I'm seeing all of these comments, you know it came from Senegal, right? You know that, learn your history. Nobody's contesting the history with you. Which one is the best now? Which one is representing on the national stage? That's what we are talking about. So you guys should please free Kerry Washington. Thank you very much. The woman said what she said. She said what she said. And some of you come and be like, oh, you're just saying it because you know that Nigeria would give you the more this, and you're following because they are this. That is the point. Let's assume that she's not just saying it because Nigerian Jollof blew her mind. Let's assume she's only saying it because you are popular. You to become popular so that people will support you. What about that one? Nigerian Jollof blew her away. Accept it. Anyways, Nigerian Jollof is the best. I'll stick to mine. If you say yours is the best, stick to yours. Okay? You don't need to feel invalidated because of my own opinion. I'm not arguing with you, so don't argue with me. Thank you. Next.
Guys, we're going to tell the difference of studying or living in the Philippines versus living in Nigeria. Let's go. So the first question is, if you're being stubborn in school here, what will they say to you?
They'll say, the Filipino teacher will be like, shh, keep quiet guys, keep quiet.
But in Nigeria,
They'll say, hold your mouth. If I hear him, I will slap you.
and they'll slap you from the back. The way they'll slap you from the back,
Good.
your senses will come.
In the Philippines, oh my God.
But in Nigeria, huh?
Hey. Now, wow, Jesus. God forbid battling. God forbid battling.
Hey, I reject it in the name of Jesus. And if someone is mad, like in the road, yeah, they'll say, ay, tang ina neto. In Nigeria, they do waka. Waka jack.
A big joke.
Those are the few things that we remember. Since we grew up in Nigeria, so if you guys have anything that you want to tell us, differences of living in the
Oh yeah, let's go now. Let's go.
Yeah, so
Keep watching.
keep watching. Stay tuned.